Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Nick. I am an ex-Royal Marines Commando, British military fitness instructor, bootcamp instructor, rehab instructor and a level 3 personal trainer. Today's video we're going to look at how do I put weight on. So a lot of men that I train want to get bigger and put more weight on. So what do they mean, first of all, by do I want to put more weight on? Do you just want to put body mass on, fat as well as muscle, and just be larger? Or I think what they generally mean, or I'm pretty sure what they generally mean, is I want to be more stocky. I want to have a stockier build. So if I get a skinny guy coming to me for training and he goes, how do I get bigger? How do I put weight on? He's basically saying, I want to be, 9 times out of 10, they're saying, I want to be stronger, bigger. And I say 9 times out of 10 because I trained a guy called Big Sam. And Big Sam was very big. He had a lot of extra weight. And I used to say to him, we could do wonders with transforming you if ever you wanted to do that. Because he was coming to the boot camps and I said, I'm happy to give you nutritional advice and things like that. And his answer to me was, I'm Big Sam. And if I lost lots of weight, then I wouldn't be Big Sam anymore. So he enjoyed being bigger. Okay, I digress. How do you put on weight? Well, to put on weight, it's exactly the same principle as losing weight. You just need to be in a calorie surplus. You just need to eat more calories than you need. But if you just eat a load of extra calories, it'll probably be stored, well, it will be stored as fat on your body. So you want to complement, if you want to get stockier, bigger, you want to complement that with a workout regime. You want to do a overall body approach, so not just target the upper body, but you want to target the whole body, all the muscles in the body, whilst on a calorie surplus diet in order to put on weight, to get bigger and stockier. The common problem I see in gyms is people want to get bigger, so they go on the surplus calorie diet, but then they sit in front of they stand in front of the mirrors and they're just doing bicep curls and they're basically isolating individual muscle groups. I would argue that's not the right approach, and it's certainly not an approach I would take with my clients. All the people that have wanted to get bigger and stronger, I have focused on big compound exercises, which means big exercises that use multiple muscle groups like deadlifts, squats, press-ups, those type of multi-muscle exercises. So if you're doing a bicep curl, you're just kind of up and down. You're literally just working this little muscle here. Whereas if you're doing big lifts and you're coming up, you're using a whole chain of muscles and you're building them together. The other mistake I see people doing is they go on a calorie surplus diet to get bigger, but they just focus on the upper body because it's typically men that want it from me, this type of training, and they want to look good on the beach and they miss out the lower body. But very rarely will you see someone with skinny legs and a big upper body. If you've got a stocky person, they've got stocky legs, stocky upper body, stocky arms, and they're stocky. If you have a skinny person, they have a skinny upper body, skinny lower body, and skinny arms. So if you want to get bigger, stronger, and stockier, you really, really need to be targeting the legs. And I would suggest target the legs more than you're targeting the upper body, because the legs are the largest muscles in the body. If you can get them big and strong, then you'll be getting, the upper body will kind of follow suit, which is why you don't get people with massive legs and a tiny skinny body. They generally have a stocky upper body as well. Obviously train the upper body at the same time, but really, really do focus on the lower body. I have Men's Health magazine. Part of my bank account, I get it every single month. And once you've read about 10 of them, you just find that they're full of adverts and they're trying to sell watches and perfume. But, and I've received this subscription for years, Men's Health. But there was a fascinating article in Men's Health. I say fascinating, it was clickbait. It said the one exercise to do if you're just about to go to prison. And it caught my attention, so I read it, and it was talking about doing deadlifts, because deadlifts are one of the biggest compound exercises you can do. And all of my training, research, knowledge, and own experience of doing it myself in order to get bigger shows that, yeah, deadlift is a great exercise to do if you're looking for size, because it's a big compound exercise, which is like overhead press. You're using so many muscle groups to get a big weight that's resting on your chest and getting it right up there, as opposed to just doing shoulder flies in the gym where you're really just targeting the shoulder. So big compound exercises if you want to get bigger, calorie surplus. Supplements also comes into getting bigger. A lot of people, because when you're bodybuilding, you need so much protein, the general rule of thumb, and this is not my rule, this is from groups like the Association of Sports Science Medicine, which is one of the largest groups in the world that describe how much protein you need. It's approximately 1 gram of protein for every kilo that you weigh. So if you're 60 kilos, then you need 60 grams of protein per day. It's a lot of protein. So I'm basically 100 kilos or just shy of 100 kilos. So I need 100 grams of protein per day. It's very hard to get that protein always in your meals because you then need to be eating a lot. So that's where protein shakes come in. They just kind of fit in. They kind of, make it much easier just to get those calories down your neck. So that's supplements. Don't go crazy on the protein shakes. Try and get as much from a natural source diet as possible. And the other supplement which is commonly spoken about is creatine. Creatine comes in a little powder form, and you basically load the body up for about 2 weeks with creatine, and you saturate your body with creatine. And as you're bodybuilding, it just helps you to put on size, it helps water retention, and you put on size fast. But there is about 5% of the population that are non-responders to creatine. So if you're one of them, creatine is not going to do a lot for you. Me and my best friends in the Marines, we used to train together in the Marines, and he was a fantastic responder to creatine. We would do exactly the same workouts together. He'd do his reps, I'd do my reps, and we were gym buddies. That's what we did. As soon as he took creatine, literally he always had a good physique, but he would just get this Herculean physique. It was just impressive, and he does it every summer because he's a great responder to creatine. I'm a semi-okay responder to creatine. Other people I know are just non-responders. It does absolutely nothing for them. Creatine is just one of those supplements that works. It's one of the most tried and tested supplements, I believe, on the planet at this moment that works. It just does it. It's not going to give you magic results. You're still going to have to put the work in, but it really does help. And so in places like America, you see on the lacrosse teams or the whatever sports jock teams, a lot of those kids will be taking creatine because they need to get bigger. So that is how to put on weight. So yeah, how to put on weight, but how to put on weight correctly. Don't just eat a load of food because you end up just getting a fat stomach. Your legs will probably stay quite skinny, and they'll get bigger as you keep eating. But generally when people say, how do I put on weight? They mean, how do I get a bigger build and a better build whilst having a good muscular build? So that is this video for today. Please like, please subscribe. It helps the algorithms push this video out to more people. And there's a lot of people that have these questions, and there's just so much bad information out online from people who I don't think have lived a life of fitness. And these things I know. I don't know how to build a house. I don't know how to fix a car. But when it comes to fitness, I have lived a life of fitness. I have spent years and years instructing. I've spent many years being instructed as a Marine, worked with some of the best instructors in the world, and it's just kind of one of those things that I know. So yes, again, please like, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.